Hi everyone, this is Marie Blue Angel, and I am back with tattoos and tulips. I gave myself unintentionally a little break from the game for whatever reason. Life got a little busy, as it does. Um, but I am back again. That is what's most important, because we are at chapter 14 Head Clover Heals. Um, Life is the flower for which love is the honey. Victor Hugo. I'm very excited to dive back into this world and the story and see Chrys and Shay again because these two are so lovely. And I want to see my other characters too that we love so dearly, like B. But, anyways, let's just see what our two guys are up to. Oh, yes, now they are officially. They're labeled, they're exclusive. We love to see it. So excited for them. I don't know, it sounds a little loud, so we're gonna turn it down a little bit. The first thing I hear. Oh gosh, okay, wait. I have to remember that I'm doing a Chrys voice, which is not my usual voice, so. The first thing I hear when I wake up, before opening my eyes open, is Shay's voice. He's on the phone, sitting in his dining room from what I can hear. It's hard to make out just what he's saying, but he must be keeping his voice down to keep from waking me up. I snuggle into his comforter. I didn't have a blanket on when I fell asleep, but I have a good guess about how it got on me. Cute. I check my phone. It's early, 6 a.m. to be exact. The sun is just now up, but I'm thankful to have awoken before my alarm. The shop will opens at 7, so I've still got time before I've got to be there. I'm surrounded by Shay's smell. Hearing his voice is enough to lull me back into another dreamless sleep. I do wish he'd get off the phone so I can talk to him just a little bit more before I have to go. As if he heard my thoughts, he's off the phone and in the room only moments later. I meet eyes with him, though he looks downhearted and wrong. I didn't know you were awake. Morning. The bad look seems to dissipate, but only because he's making an effort to get rid of it. Was that just his morning look? Good morning. I try not to get too hung up on it. Our time is limited, after all. I just got off the phone with Eli, my ex. What happened? Is this like the first time you've talked since all that? Coming right out with it. Did you reach out to him? Yeah. Wanted to smooth some things over. Get closure and all that. Oh, okay. You okay? More or less. It's hard, but it's also important. He said he wants to come here to retrieve some of the stuff he left in CB again. I don't know when exactly, but I'm super nervous. He didn't talk for a super long time. I didn't say everything I wanted to say, just tried to keep things casual. I kind of just froze up. Wasted a perfectly good opportunity. He still looks a bit shaken. Oh, poor Shay. You'll get the chance to say what you want to say when you see him again, right? That's the idea. It's good you guys can still talk, even if it's rough. He sits down beside me and rests his hand on mine. He takes a deep breath before speaking. I'm glad too. I'm even happier that I didn't freeze up yesterday, at least. I guess I can speak when it counts. That forces a smile out of me, though it's becoming a lot simpler for him, I imagine. I didn't mean to spend the night. You won't hear me complaining. I blush, but it doesn't stop me from saying what I want to say. Now that we're boyfriends, I have to be more open. Hell yeah, change keeps on going. We love to see it. Me neither. Just didn't want to intrude. You could never. I doubt that. You've got stuff you gotta do. Yeah, but if you ever want to drop by and keep me company at the shop after work, you're more than welcome to. One of the highlights of my job is it never really feels like one. We order pizza, talk to a bunch of new people, and I get to do what I love. Oh. My granny always said, if you love what you do, you never work a single day in your life. Is that how you feel? I love my job. It's the customers I'm not the biggest fan of, but everything else is super enjoyable. So, you work every once in a while by your granny's logic. Yeah, definitely. Maybe when I fully take over the shop from Granny, I'll have my coworkers do most of the customer stuff. And so Chris's reign of terror begins. That's funny. I push him playfully.
There it is. I knew you didn't see me as some delicate flower.
You're so cute.
I do.
I'm like internally screaming. Okay, it's fine.
You just got some thorns, that's all. I like that about you, though. You're feisty.
Look at them flirting. God. Shouldn't be here. Shouldn't be spectating, aka playing this visual novel. I feel like I need to leave them alone. My goodness. It's interesting hearing how he sees me, but I take no offense to it. I don't think his description is entirely wrong. It does make me think, though.
Is that your type?
I don't think I really have a type. At least, not looks-wise. Unless you count being a guy, I guess.
But you do personality-wise.
My mom said I liked all things spicy. Even my partners.
Oh, Mom clocked it right away.
I'm... spicy?
What does that mean?
Very. But don't worry. I can handle it.
When he gets that smug look on his face, it sets me on fire. Maybe I am spicy.
We'll, see about that.
Shay pushes a strand of my hair behind my ear.
You're so cute.
The line just stops there? Okay. I thought that the very first time I saw you. Then you opened your mouth. Hey.
You didn't let me finish. Then you opened your mouth and you got even cuter.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going to kick me out of the shop, honestly.
Oh, he wanted to. Partially. He laughs it off.
Are you some sort of masochist or something?
He thinks for a moment and then shrugs. I didn't hear a no. But I don't press. I'm sure I'll figure it out sooner or later. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
What do you like about me, huh?
What a loaded question. What don't I like about him is a better question. But he doesn't need a bigger head. I'll give him the abridged version.
You're nice.
Huh? That's it? I'm a nice guy?
It's a good starter. Good starter, Chris. Let's elaborate. I chuckle at his reaction.
Yeah? What's wrong with that?
I mean, I guess it could have been worse, but that's it? Not even talented? I can play the guitar, you know.
I mean, I guess we didn't technically know that. Chris didn't know that. I didn't know that. I mean, there's a guitar right there on your wall. Should have guessed it.
Really? How good?
Wouldn't you like to know? Now, I feel like I'm trying to prove my worth to you.
I mean, if anything, what I feel is like the vibe with Shay is that one. I mean, obviously, besides that, like he, like externally, like basically, obviously, Chris is like, whoa, you know, and like just I love the look personally. Also, is like a thing for me also, but I think what also would draw me into Shay as like a friend or just someone to like to vibe with is like he seems very wholesome. Like, obviously, he's not, like, a flawless person or anything, because no one is, because they're human. But, like, definitely is more of that, like, gives me that cinnamon roll personality type that I personally love to see. I love a wholesome person, someone who's a bit more positive in things. Though, I mean, I guess, like, that's kind of what we got, like, from him, especially, like, post his breakup with his ex and stuff. So, obviously, sometimes that's, like, can be a bit more of, like, what do you call that? Like, a face that someone puts out to like mask their true emotions. But he does seem to have like a lot of positive, like he's like pretty positive without it being like too, like it's not like toxic positivity, you know. And he cares. And he seems great. And obviously he does all these other things, but like that I'm not mentioning. And I'm sure Chrys is not mentioning because again, we do not want to give this man an even bigger ego. Chrys did say he was giving the abridged version, but yeah, like I think that's like a big plus for Shay. I also think about this about Chrys in his own ways. Like obviously he's a bit more pessimistic, and like obviously he also likes to overthink, which I'm with you there, Chrys. I'm an overthinker as well. It's hard not to overthink, but I also think that Chrys has his own qualities of being wholesome and things in his own way. Wholesomeness is, and like being a cinnamon roll like personality type or whatever, does not have to mean like a singular way to do it. But this is why I think these two really work out. So we're just gonna keep seeing the cuteness, I'm hoping.
To be fair, I haven't played much since the breakup, but I still can.
Hell yeah, play some guitar next time.
That can't be the only thing you like about me. A decent guy.
Okay, it's like, it's not the only thing. Right, Chrys?
No, you're also pretty funny.
His shoulders slump and he gives me a, okay now, I know you're screwing with me-esque look.
There's just too much to say. You're just special.
Oh.
You're unlike anyone I've ever met.
Oh. He seems to be satisfied with that, and gives me a huge hug, squeezing me.
I know that was hard for you to say, but I'm glad you did. I really thought you wouldn't like me. When I confessed, I thought you were going to throw me out.
Look at how cute Shay is and is blushing. This is so sincere, and I'm just like, wow, how cute, but it's so sincere. I feel the sincerity. Oh my gosh, okay. We love it, Chrys. We love that so much.
You really think that low of me?
I think you'd be one of those grumpy old men yelling at kids to get out their lawn.
That was a picture into the future. That's Chrys.
That's how you see me?
Yeah, but way cuter.
Mm-hmm. I don't think so, but you are allowed to feel how you want to feel, Chrys. I don't know if I should be offended or not. Chrys. Yeah?
Can I kiss you?
We're a couple now. You don't have to ask.
I mean, it's still nice, I think. But Chrys is probably like, I'm like, whoa, where's the blushing on this man's character sprite?
I just like hearing you say you want to.
Gosh, okay. This guy, he's trying to kill me. So, can I take that as a yes? I give him a kiss to stop this pointless charade. And it's as wonderful as every one before then. I spend the remainder of my time before work doing just that. Luckily and unfortunately, my alarm puts a stop to it all, like waking up from a wonderful dream right as it's about to get good. Shay groans. Already? He says as if we didn't spend the last 15 to 20 minutes glued to each other, but I agree, it wasn't enough. I could have easily spent the entire day just like this. Distance makes the heart grow fonder, I suppose. A hard thing to sympathize with when I want to be one of the many pictures on the walls. Grow together with him like a grapevine. Be stained on his cheek like one of his tattoos. I know this feeling will fade, this borderline obsession, but I bask in this wonderful feeling for as long as my heart will allow me. I'm just elated to know I'm not the only one. I have to pry Shay off of me just to get out of his bed. Though I struggle and fight, it's very weakly. The only thing keeping me going is the scolding I receive if I'm late to work by Granny. That's true. I think Granny would ask many questions. Too bad we didn't get breakfast or something. I'm pretty satisfied. I toss one of his pillows at him. You need to eat something. I mean it. Yes, sir. I've got some stuff on the go. Just grab a granola bar and some fruit on your way out. I take him up on his offer, grabbing an apple and a honey crunch granola bar from the counter. He meets me at the stairway, grabbing my waist, and gives me one last kiss. Have a good day. Feel free to text me if you get bored. I'll see you later. You will? You said I can drop by the shop, right? He nods. He nods eagerly. Maybe we'll order pizza or something. It's a date. I try to hold back a smile, but fail. Have a good day, Shay. I miss you already. I laugh it off, even if I agree. Oh. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves you not. He loves me. He loves me not. Is that humming I hear? I realize I am in fact humming and plucking petals off an innocent daisy and deny it despite being caught red-handed. You should have seen me when I met your grandpappy. I do love the whole grandpappy thing. That's a cute little name. I did everything short of spinning around in an empty field and singing. I twirled my hair, wrote our names on every piece of paper. My teachers loved that, let me tell you. And hummed, just like you are now. I wasn't. Besides, I wouldn't compare Shay and I to you and Poppy. How come? Well, I don't know. You knew you were going to marry Poppy when you met him. I never thought of marrying Shay. You don't think he'd make a great husband? We've only been dating a month. I don't even know if he'll be a good one after we get used to each other. Of course you do. Why else would you have decided to get into a relationship after swearing them off for so long? She's got a point. I hate that she does. How would Shay be as a husband? So it's been a month. He makes everything more fun, even the mundane things. I fell asleep quicker than I had in months every time I stayed over at his place. He's so warm and smells so good. His apartment is so clean and he takes great care of himself. He never fails to make me laugh. And he wants to be a dad someday. Hold on, why am I thinking about marriage? Granny giggles. A man in love is such a funny thing. I am not in love. Yes, oh yes, of course. Whatever it is you want to call it, you're fond of that boy. It's written all over your face. Enough about my love life. How about you and Rich? Rich! Thanks for the little inside scoop about that game div. Joy, that is so great. I love that. Love life? I'm not in love with Shay, am I? I mean, I don't know. That's an answer for you, sir. No, definitely not. Do I like him? Oh, yes, so much. But can I imagine falling for him? Am I falling? There's no doubt about it. Rich and I, we are as happy as two bugs in a rug. It wasn't too long ago when we were all lovey-dovey. I love that feeling. Everything is so exciting. A touch of the hand, a look across the room, hanging on to every word they say and playing it over and over again in your head. That sounds like us, all right. That's love. Wink. It is? Oh, no, not this. Can't I just keep things as they are for a bit? Why do my emotions keep getting away from me? Who decided our brain got to feel things we didn't want it to? Just want to talk. I mean, okay, fair. It's only been a month, so you're like worried about falling too deep too quickly. But you could also give us some time. You know, you don't need to like rush into anything. At least I don't think so. It's gonna be all right, Chrys. There's a ring at our door. B.
Hello. Granny is around the corner and hugging Bee before I even get a chance to respond. Granny! They swing through their hugs. I haven't been seeing you around very much. Have you been busy? Oh man, you have no idea. It's no problem though. I thrive in chaos. I've no doubt. I'm glad you decided to make time for us in your busy schedule. Of course. What's up? I wanted to talk to you about Shay's birthday next week. His birthday is coming up. Makes sense, he wouldn't have told you. He's never been big on celebrating it. His mother is a Jehovah's Witness, so they didn't celebrate any holidays growing up. What are you planning on doing then? Throwing him one anyway. He deserves one. Plus, it wouldn't be the first time. Eli and I threw him birthday parties when we were in high school. I want to help. I'd hope so. He is your boyfriend after all.
We haven't told B it's been a month, and I mean, that's not fair also. I mean, maybe it's not fair, but it's also whatever Chrys wants to tell or Shay wants to tell or whatever. But if it's been a month, that means we haven't seen B or like really talked to B since a while, or we just never said anything, which is a little bit more not great, but whatever.
Wait, what? Since when? Since this whole
Oh, sorry, I thought this was Granny's line.
Since this whole past month. Where have you been? I could ask you the same thing, but I've also been busy, so let's just call it even. I have been just going to work in Shay's for weeks now. I hate being the last to know these things. You were literally the second person I've told, though. I'm so happy for you guys. Then, yes, I agree. You should plan most of it. Oh man, I don't even know where to start. We've got our work ahead of us then. Will you help too, Granny? Of course. Let me get my notebook out of the car. And Rain. You left Rain in the car? What? The air conditioning is on. They've got water and snacks. And they're listening to the new Blood Grapes album. They thought I'd just be here for a second, but they can help plan too. Should I order takeout? Yeah, I'm starving. Hey, Rain. Rain joins us, and seeing a goth in a flower shop is my new favorite thing.
It's so bright in here.
That's fair. It is bright in this room.
It's called sunlight, you vampire. Despite Rain's usual lack of enthusiasm, they stick around and help us come up with a surprise party for Shay. I, for one, am happy for their company. Once Granny and Bee get together, there's no stopping them. We'll be planning, shopping, and hosting like our lives depend on it. I am a little unsure of all the things Shay likes. I wish he'd told me his birthday was coming up. I could have planned a lot sooner. I'll be sure to ask him about it later. Now, the real question, what do I get him?
And we're just gonna go into it.
Chapter 15. Grow with the Flow. I want to do with you what the spring does with the cherry trees. Pablo Neruda.
I do love cherry blossoms.
In the time leading up to Shay's birthday, I did what I'd been doing the whole time we've been dating by visiting every day at the shop. Not that it was a hard thing to do. With every night I visited, it became so much easier as well. Shay's co-workers, or his apprentices as he calls them, were all super friendly and cool. I didn't really fit in, but they made me feel so welcome by just being Shay's. He introduced me as his boyfriend, and though I already got into my head, it never failed to make me feel fuzzy inside. I was his, and he was mine. Every night was spent eating dinner together, hanging out and talking, before going up to his room at 2 a.m. after closing and going to bed together. Then I'd wake up and go to work, rinse and repeat. Every day is brighter, every song sounds better, and as silly as it seems, Even food is tastier. Watching him tattoo his patrons was so cool, and more enjoyable than I thought it would be. I have a hard time handling needles and blood, but he's always so careful not to overwork the skin and give the patron plenty of needed breaks. Nice. Even those who were nervous or twitchy, he could talk down. I think one day I'll want to get a tattoo of my own, but only if Shay is the one to do it. How personable he is with not only his coworkers, but every person who comes in. He has a wall filled with all the names of people he's tattooed and the date they got their first tattoo from him. Oh. He's a better boyfriend than I ever could have imagined him to be. He leaves me little notes on the bathroom mirror in his apartment. He always makes sure to ask how Granny is, and I constantly catch him staring at me. I never sat down and thought about my ideal partner, but he's pretty darn close. I love this for you guys. Ooh, yeah. He forgets to eat. The worst things about him are that he's grouchy when he doesn't eat, but even that's understandable when he sits in one spot all night and concentrates on his work. He is also super trusting, almost dangerously so. One time some guy didn't have his money on him to pay. Instead of having the guy call someone to bring the money, Shay let the guy go home. Luckily, the guy came back and paid, but he could have easily scammed him. Lastly, and admittedly, his worst quality, if I had to find one, is that it's like pulling teeth to get him to talk about himself. Even when I ask directly, he always keeps it vague and turns it to me somehow. I'm an open book in comparison.
I will say, I mean, if that's his worst quality that you've discovered, hopefully there's not anything worse, obviously. But if that is worst quality, then like that's not too bad. But I do understand it is something to try and get someone to talk about themselves. Even obviously, Chrys is like, I will ask directly. I will share these things. It's like having reciprocity and sharing things about yourself is also very important in these types of, well, in any relationship. So it's good that Chrys knows this about him, but it's probably something that Shay is going to have to work on. But you know, it's fine. It's so early, guys. I mean, yeah, he didn't even tell you when his birthday was, which like I understand given like how he was raised, but also imagine that B didn't get to, like, B was just so busy with her stuff and her life, and she was like, oh my god, Shay's birthday. That would have been terrible, like if we just missed it or it was too late to plan something like a big surprise party or something. But it's okay, we're getting to it, it's fine.
Even when it came to his birthday, not even a passing mention of it, which made it easy not to spill the beans about his surprise party we'd been planning. But it made me think. Even if he wasn't used to celebrating it, would it be that easy to forget about it altogether? I hope that that's all there is to it, and we won't embarrass or upset him by throwing him this party. That is also true. Good consideration, Chrys. I trust B when she says she's thrown him a party before, and I want to do something nice for him. Otherwise, what kind of boyfriend would I be? However, if these things were the worst things I could say about him, then I can, for once, count myself as one of the lucky ones. We're still taking it slow, the best we know how anyway, especially when every day begins and ends with him. The morning of Shay's party, we had everything planned out. Phase 1. As we slowly wake up, scrolling on our phones, I call out to Shay. Hey, babe. Shay whips around to face me, his eyebrows raise and his eyes dilate. I don't really call him pet names, but I have to make sure phase 1 goes over smoothly. What is phase 1? And the only way to ensure that is to keep it cutesy. Okay, Chrys is on a mission. Yes? Can I... God, he's trying to be cutesy. I gotta be cute. Okay, try being cutesy. Can I stay here? Well, I can't do it in the voice. Okay. Can I stay here today while you go to the gym? I'm off today, so I just wanted to sleep in. I don't want to leave. I keep my voice sort of tired and whiny, but not so much so. It's almost begging. Trust me, this is strategy. He gives me a tender kiss on the cheek. Of course you can. Stay as long as you want. Really? He chuckles and grips my face, giving me another kiss. His hand makes its way into my hair, and he holds my face to answer me. Never go. Never go. His voice is hoarse and serious. That's odd. I look at him. We just sit there, staring for a while. He looks intense. I'll be here. He nods. You look adorable this morning. I mean, you do every morning, but... He looks at me for a while. That's rich coming from Mr. I woke up like this himself. He seriously always looked good. It wasn't fair. How could anyone possibly compete? You saying I look sexy? He flexes. He flexes. I'm flushed. We're blushing. He's wearing nothing but his boxers. Somehow, by some miracle, we've managed to refrain from having sex for this long. It's all on account of that keeping it slow thing. It's one of the lines we're both hesitant to cross. Fair. It hasn't stopped a heated make-out session, imagining we're at the near daily morning wood. I feel like I'm beginning to hit my limit, though. You always look good. I see his whole chest, his hair down to his shoulders. He looks like a dream. He's mine. I practically hop onto his lap at that. My arms tangle around his neck and I kiss him, desperate this time. He holds me there with his hands at my lower back. I devour him. He was clumsy at first, probably since he hadn't expected me to jump him. But he's returning my kiss in no time. All I see are stars. I'm starting to unravel at the seams. This is it. We're right here together in the early morning. No one is around. There was nowhere to go. And it's his birthday. I couldn't have picked a more perfect time. We're going to do it. I'm clued in by the stiffness beneath me. I hiss at his kisses, the usual tugging of my lower lip with his teeth. Tasting him, even this early in the morning, is still so wonderful. I'm hard, too. I have to brace myself, but I'm ready.
I mean, I love this for you guys. I mean, is it still been a month? I guess it's just been a month and a week. These lines they're not funny. I'm just like, because I feel like I shouldn't be here. It's all I'm saying. But I love this for you too, so don't mind me.
Thank God I'm not a virgin. I can actually give him a good time.
We're still blushing.
I break our kiss and catch my breath. I bend my head from between us. Shay, I want you. There's a flash of something in his eyes. Fear? His face softens, looking at me and thinking. Then he grits his teeth and balls the back of my shirt.
Chrys, I'm sorry. I can't.
Huh? Something in me creeps its ugly head. Oh. Oh.
No, it isn't you. It really is me.
Not that line. We aren't breaking up, right?
I meant, I'm not ready. Okay, hold on. My nose is itchy. Sorry, not to keep us in suspense on the question here.
Are you a virgin?
I mean, it's fine if you are.
No, not at all. No real surprise there. How could someone like him ever stay a virgin? Unless he was practicing some form of celibacy or personal torture. He definitely didn't kiss like a virgin. Then what was this? Or what was it? Me? He had sex with other people, but not me.
Okay, Chrys, I need you to... I understand. I get it, I truly do. but we're gonna have to dial back. He just said he wasn't ready. Doesn't mean he's not he's not ever gonna be ready. And like, again, I think it's more so in the taking things slow portion of what you guys said you wanted to do. Let's remember that.
Chrys, you can't guilt him into having sex with you.
Okay.
He said he doesn't want to. That's it.
Okay. We got logic. Okay, great. Perfect.
My bad. I didn't mean to seem like I was pressuring you or interrogating you. I just am surprised. We didn't say we wouldn't. We've only been dating for about a month. That is true. Though somehow it feels so much longer. But I had to come down to reality. It's only been a month. Staying at his apartment every night isn't really taking it slow either. He presses his eyes closed and rubs the bridge of his nose. I got to get to the gym. Feel free to stay here as long as you want. I'll lock the shop up on my way out. He gets up to get ready. Shay. He peers over his shoulder, and my words get caught in my throat. It tightens. Wait, am I going to cry? Is it... I try to compose myself, but I have to say it. Is it me? He doesn't say anything, but he shakes his head. And then... I already said, it's just too soon. That's it. You just need... Just listen to me, okay? I nod, robotically. I'll be back later. Get some rest. This wasn't going according to plan. I mean, it was, but this wasn't how I imagined we'd leave off. I'm hesitant to say anything, so I don't risk upsetting him. I can't push. He's right, but why does it hurt so much? The sting of rejection. But it wasn't really rejection. I just have to be patient.
I mean, very valid feelings. Doesn't feel great.
God damn it, Chrys. I smack my head. Get a grip. Today's his birthday. I should be thinking about him. He comes out not too long after he gives me a soft, almost lifeless kiss, but he still gave me one. He must be holding back. I'll see you later. No babe, no smile. I must have upset him. Shay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to seem forceful. I'm sorry. He shakes his head, shakes it away. Don't apologize. I feel a bit weird. I can't really put it into words. I just need a second. We'll talk about it later. Okay, this is good. We're communicating that we just need some time to process. That's fine. You will. But the next time I see you is when we surprise you. But I won't pass it up. Okay. Be safe. He gives me a weak smile and descends the stairs. When I hear the shop door close and open and close, I sluggishly get out of bed and begin the preparations for phase 2. I compose myself the best I can, texting B that he's gone. I sit with my phone in my hands, wondering what went all wrong. He says I didn't need to apologize, but then what do I do? How do I get rid of this uncomfortable feeling, this stinging? My phone buzzes. We're on our way. B is true to her word and everyone shows up 10 minutes later. Not nearly enough time to sort out my feelings, but maybe the only thing I can do is just push past it. Focus on throwing him the best surprise party ever.
How long is he usually at the gym again?
A couple hours? Depends on the complexity of the set. He usually showers when he's there, so maybe a bit longer?
Okay.
We still don't have a crazy amount of time regardless.
True.
We set up the tables against the wall, dropping on all our decorations, gifts, and groceries, take just a moment to catch our breath.
Chrys, if you want to start baking Shay's cake now, you should. Then come down here and help us set up.
I nod.
B, start sweeping.
Oh man, I hate sweeping.
That's so fair. Though I don't mind sweeping.
Zoe and I know her well enough that even if she complains, she's still going to do it.
Rain, start blowing up some balloons.
Yippee.
Go, Rain. Zoe ignores their sarcasm and turns to the rest of the group.
You, babe, you think you can hang the banner and the streamers? You are the tallest here.
That would be so helpful.
You can count on me, babe.
She flashes him a fond smile.
Granny, you are going to set up the food, right?
Of course, dear.
Thank you.
Who put Zoe in charge again?
Zoe.
They exchange a chuckle at her expense. Zoe's quick to turn to all of us and point her finger in warning.
If I left this to any one of you, excluding Granny, we wouldn't get it done in time.
Mm-hmm. I believe that.
We're wasting time. Chop chop.
She claps her hands, and despite all of our complaining and rolling of our eyes, we all jump when she says jump. My birthday was good thanks to everyone's efforts and Zoe's leadership, so I don't question her authority and start to preheat the oven in Shay's apartment, my groceries in hand. I baked many cakes in my day, but this is by far the most important. After some long deliberation, I settled on red velvet. Shay loves chocolate, and I have yet to meet someone who doesn't like cream cheese icing. I put it together, slower than usual, I'll admit. I carefully measured out everything, cleaned the dishes as I went, sure to leave it as I found it. I set a timer on my phone and head downstairs to help like I said I would. I hear music playing and everyone already making decent progress. It's already looking like a party. There's a table full of gifts for Shay. The one that stands out is the one Granny and I couldn't wrap. A floral arrangement made specifically for the shop. It's a mix of my worst enemy, silk flowers, but if I wanted the gift to last, I had to go to the store. Granny and I were nearly cringing at the selection, but with her and I's skill, we managed to put something together we didn't absolutely despise. We were careful to use purples and oranges to keep it looking like a Halloween decoration. We were careful not to use purples and oranges. Okay. We stuck to reddish purples and vibrant ombre oranges. Ooh. We still wanted it to be a year-round decoration, and what we settled on is definitely a lot more tasteful than anything you'll find on the shelves in October. It's technically a gothic floral skull arrangement. We kept color as a priority, pops of lavender, green grapes, pale pink tulips. It's got a base, a thrifted and repainted cake stand, and over top that is lace of black, off-white and purple. Then pale leaves, an arrangement of roses, since those seem to be the most common flowers at the store, but also a common tattoo, so it worked out well. Hand painted to get the variety of color we wanted. Pale reds, off-whites, and grays. The skull itself we painted to look vintage and aged using bluish gray hue. We wanted it to look like it was sat in a field somewhere and greenery made home there. I spend a long time looking at it, deciding if I like it. Granny and I spent about a week painstakingly working on it, adjusting the colors and arrangement until I didn't hate it. If it weren't for her, I don't know if I would have ever have come to results I was happy with, but I do like it. Now it's just a matter of Shay liking it. I pray that that's the case with everything I have. I have to see him smile.
Okay.
Thanks to everyone's hard work, we do manage to get done within the hour. Both of Shay's coworkers show up as well. They were awestruck by the display. I got the cake decorated and set out for everyone to see. One of Shay's co-workers, Jenny, ogles at the cake. It looks so good, Chrys. Do you cater? You've got to make my cake. I do, actually. I'll be sure to text you when the time comes. Anything for a bit of cash. I take a once-over at everything. I'm surprised by how seamlessly our plan has gone so far. It wouldn't have been so easy to get into the shop had I not agreed to stay at Shay's apartment this morning. Hence the importance of Phase 1. It went over smoothly until Chrys, focus. It's done with. He said I didn't do anything wrong. Then why do I feel so damn guilty? He should be here any minute, guys. Time to commence Phase 3. One of Shay's co-workers, Kai, leans to me.
What's Phase 3?
I'm supposed to call Shay and ask when he'll be back. I don't really want to, though. But I have to. If I keep acting like something is wrong, it'll just make things worse. I have to push past this. I pull out my phone and dial away. It rings, and everyone watches silently. My stomach sinks a bit as it keeps ringing. Is he not going to answer? Don't tell me he's avoiding me. Click.
Hey, what's up?
His voice sounds normal over the speaker of my phone. Everyone looks relieved he picked up. I don't respond immediately.
Chrys?
I choke a bit, forgetting my lines. Bee's eyes widen and she eggs me on it. Everyone is watching and waiting.
Sorry. I just, wanted to know when you'd be back. I think there might be a leak downstairs.
Lol.
Not again. Yeah, I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Shay's coworkers exchange a look and giggle. There isn't a leak for once, but Shay doesn't need to know that. It's a believable story, one we constructed to execute this plan perfectly. What a good scheme.
Okay, take your time, be safe.
I make a move to hang up, and he speaks again. Hey. Yeah, what's wrong? I thought nothing about it as I ask.
About this morning, by the way. Don't think too hard about it, man. I was just in a weird mood this morning. I'm sorry if it seemed like I wasn't interested in you.
You guys don't have to apologize. I mean, you don't have to apologize, Shay, but also this is...
Everyone knows everything now. Okay, I mean, not everything, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. They're gonna be fine.
My heart constricts. Oh my god, everyone heard that. I turn off the speaker and stop him in his tracks.
It's fine. I didn't think anything about it at all, so don't worry.
What a liar, but...
You sure?
Yeah, of course. It's cool.
There's some silence. Come on, get me off this call, please.
Okay. If you say so. Like I said, I'll be there soon.
Chrys looks so worried, understandably.
All right, bye.
I hang up as quickly as I can. B gives me a worried look and I dodge it. Not now. We've got a party to throw.
Everyone, get in your positions. I'll get the light.
It's a bit harder to hide when there are giant windows out front, but we manage as best as we can. I hunch down, dreading his return, the exact opposite of what I should probably be feeling like right about now. He was in a weird mood. What does that mean? Was he just not able to perform or something? Was that all it was? Did I just embarrass him this morning? Put him on the spot? I don't know, but today isn't the day to talk about it. There are more important things at hand.
What's taking him so long?
B is like, I'm crouched over. We're trying to surprise this man.
Chrys just got off the phone with him.
B groans and everyone giggles. Under normal circumstances, I would find this humorous. A bunch of grown-ass adults on their fours in the dark for a surprise party. But I can't bring myself to even crack a smile. Oh.
Everyone, Shay's coming. Stay quiet.
We do just that, and my heart pounds against my chest. Shay makes a move to unlock it and looks irritated when it's unlocked. He swings open the door and Zoe turns on the lights. We all shoot up. Surprise! Happy birthday, Shay! He looks stunned. Looking around and catching my eyes. He doesn't move for a second. I look around. Does he hate it? Did we do something wrong? Guys, you shouldn't have. He flashes that smile, and I feel my heart begin to ease, but it doesn't quite rest.
No. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, we're fine. Man, I thought we'd get more party. Maybe we get more party now. But I say that because I need to get going. But I think the guys are going to be okay. Sure, things are slightly awkward, but, sometimes you just have to get through those things by communicating. So they'll be fine. They'll be fine. I hope the birthday party has gone well, though, because I'm sure it will. we'll just see. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see in the next episode, because I can't. I mean, I need to know, but I also I don't have time right now. But I have enjoyed this as per usual. I'm worried about these two as per usual, but you know, it'll be okay. I love that everyone came together to throw him a little birthday party, so that's great. And, you know, can't complain. It's going to be more than fine. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, if you like the story so far, you liked my commentary, whatever you liked, please press the like button. If you'd like to see more of Tattoos and Tulips on my channel, then feel free to subscribe and press the bell for notifications for when I post more. Again, I really love Tattoos and Tulips. I think we just have 3 more chapters, including this one, so 16, 17, 18, if I remember that correctly. So I'll try to do the next bit in one go, depending on how long it is. We'll see. Depends on how long this chapter is, but again, we'll see. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to finish this story. I mean, I'm not like excited to finish the story in the sense of like I really like these characters and the story, but I am excited to see, you know, how it'll, you know, how they will fare in their journey. So we'll just see. Anyways, thank you again for watching. I will see you next time.